Hello everyone, my name is 07 Adam, and I'm finally back. At least for a little bit. I've been at college for a very long time now, almost a whole year, my first year, and I've been pretty busy with schoolwork. Plus, I don't have my computer there, so I haven't really had time to record any videos. But luckily for you guys, I'm back for the week. Not for anything good though. I actually got my leg injured. Nothing too serious. It's just a scratch that needed some at-home care. Don't worry about me, guys. I should be fine in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, because of a certain recommendation from a certain viewer, we are doing a fast food tier list video. Also, I'm thinking about recording maybe one or two war game videos while I'm here, just kind of get some out for you guys. But yeah, let's get started. Also, most of these I don't know. What is it? All American food? Never had. So I think for now, I'm going to start off with the never hads and then we'll go from there. Never had Baja Fresh, Blimpie, never had Boston Market, or what else? We never had Cookout, never had Del Taco, never had Polo Loco, never had, where's some other ones? Never had Jack in the Box, or Jersey Mike's, or Jollibee, or luckily we never had Long John Silver's. Actually, let's just put Long John Silver's an F. We no one here likes Long John Silver's. Let's see what else. Never had Noodles Company. Never had Panera. Never had PDQ. Never had Penn Station. Most of these are not in the state I'm in. It's the state I live in, which is Florida. We don't really have a lot of stuff here. I mean, we do have a couple things, most of these, but not a lot of these other ones. At least the part where I'm in. Never had this, never had Potbelly, never had, this was just a bunch of random letters. Never had a Quiznos, but I know about them, so I think we'll keep them there just because I feel like I've been around a couple. Actually, no, I think I've had it before. All right, we'll keep it there. Never had Roy Rogers, never had whatever this is. I never had Sheets, never had never had Skyline Chilies, never had Swenson's, never had Taco Cabana. Never had Torchy Tacos. Never had, let's see, I've never had Whataburger. And I've never had this. What is that? Just wings over? Never had that. All right, so now we're at the places where I have, at least at some point in my 19 years of life, had food. Also, by the way, today, March 19th, is my birthday. So if I could just get a happy birthday in the comments from the people that watch this video, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, let's just get this video started now that we have stuff that I have had. Arby's only had their fries. I heard their meat is trash though. We're gonna put it in. I mean, some people do like Arby's. It's like really weird, but it's really I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in D just because I really like their fries. You know, everything else I've not had. I don't trust anything that's really from Arby's. I don't know why that's like such a common thing about Arby's. Maybe it's because it's like a beef, you know, and like it's probably low quality beef, so people are like suspicious about it. Let's see, Bojangles. Have had Bojangles. I'm actually quite a fan of the Bejangles. We're gonna put them in B. B for Bojangles. Burger King. Not a fan of Burger King. I would say they're like a high D, just because every time I've had Burger King, most of the time it's on like when me and my family were on road trips growing up. It's very low quality. It always got me sick, but maybe it's just because we ate it and then go straight to the road, stuff like that. Canes. I do like Canes. I think we're gonna put Canes in B as well. I haven't had a lot of it, but when I did have it, it was really good. Not the best though. Carl's Jr. I had it one time. I think I was like 8 in like Kentucky. It was okay, I think. So I'll put it in C. Checkers had it. I had they had like these chili fries, greasy as hell. But when you have them at like, I think I had them at like 1 a.m. They were bomb. So I think we'll put them at like mid D. Chick-fil-A, classic. Gotta put it up in the best. Really wish they weren't homophobic. Otherwise, I would love it even more. Chipotle. Chipotle has gone down, man. They used to be really good. Now they're just like, they always have like E. coli breakouts and their food is just like not the best anymore. So we're gonna put them at we'll put them at a C. Church's Chicken. Again, same thing. I had it one time when I was in I think I was in Pennsylvania or Kentucky. That's usually where I go up a lot. Uh, Not the best, but okay. So we'll put it at a high. Put it like a mid. I preferred Carl's a bit more. Culver's. Now we have one of them in where I'm at. They actually, when they opened it, the first 100 people would get their food free for a year. Um, and a bunch of the band kids from my high school went, and that was pretty cool. I did not go, obviously, because I didn't know, but it's pretty decent. I like their patty melt. I think it's a patty melt or a burger. Yeah, I'd probably put it like a mid there. Denny's. So Denny's, they have this thing where you can make your own like omelets, and I love it because I would go there like, well, I mean, I still go occasionally, but you'd go there, you get a custom omelet. This is my go-to. You get normal eggs, and then you get the cheese, you get the peppers, you get the bacon, right? Get it all in there, and then you just cover that shit in hot sauce. It's so good. And also the turkey sausage. So we're gonna put this. I would, you know, This might be a little bit, opinionated here, but I'm gonna put this in a B. You know, big fan of Denny's. Now let's see. We have Domino's. Domino's. Not a fan of Domino's. In my opinion, Domino's is almost as bad as Papa John's. Domino's, last time I had it, had me sick for 3 days. So we're gonna put that in the gonna put this in the low C. I mean, they have had some decent. Actually, no, they're more like a high D, better than Burger King, but definitely not a C tier. Dairy Queen. I've only had the blizzards. I've never had their food. I don't know if it's good. I do like their Oreo blizzard though, so we're gonna put them. We're gonna put them at like a decent B. Like right there's good. What else do we have? Firehouse Subs. Have one in the place I grew up in. That was actually my meetup spot where me and my buddies would we like back in high school and stuff. We would go there occasionally after like on like a Friday, after school, hang out. We would like people watch, eat a sub. It was pretty good. So I'd probably put him in the best. I do like it's more of like a memory thing than anything. Five Guys overrated as hell. I feel like I don't really have to explain it. Their burgers are okay, but not for the price. I'm gonna put them at like there for B. IHOP. Let me tell you about IHOP, folks. So also, wait, this didn't come down to the never had. Let me just put that there real quick, and then never had Shake Shack. So with IHOP on International Pancake Day, they have the option where you can get some free pancakes. So me and my buddies, we were told this by our teacher. So we're like, oh shoot, let's go get some pancakes. So we go to get them, right? We eat our pancakes. Every drink that you get, like you buy your drink. Every refill is like you're buying a new drink. So it ended up being a lot of money because we all had like 3 or 4 drinks. But what happened is after I ate those pancakes, I started getting itchy. I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe it's like the back of my buddy's car, because he has an older car. And I get back home and I'm covered in hives. I'm like, oh shit. So I thought it was something in the back of his car. So I take a shower, right? And I go to bed. I'm still covered in hives. So for a week straight, I was covered in hives head to toe. It was horrible. It sucked. So IHOP, I actually am not a fan of IHOP. I think it sucks. And it's really just not clean there. So we're going to put them in an F. The pancake was good, so that's why it's above Long John Silver's. But they're still bad. In and Out, decent middle ground. Better than Chipotle. I'd put it in C. Jimmy John's, I do have a story with that as well. Me and my buddies were hanging out there, and we wanted to get subs, and all of us forgot our money because it was like fucking sophomore year. And one of my buddies calls his mom and goes, "Hey, can you bring some cash? We want to get Jimmy John's." So it's raining outside, so we're waiting in the Jimmy John's, and one of the ladies that work in there starts yelling at us because we're not ordering any food. We're just sitting there, and we're like, "We're gonna get money soon, we swear." And I was freaking out. The other guys were like a little bit worried. And then eventually we got our food, and we ordered these like sandwiches, and they were so ass, bro. But that's just a fun story. So I'd put it in like, I put it in like a high D. They're not good sandwiches. They're okay, but they're not like mid ground, especially with you got to think about the price and all that stuff. Let's see, KFC, big fan of KFC. I would say, hmm, now this is a tough one because there's Popeyes right here as well. There's Popeyes right there, but I think KFC is B. It's a B. It's above Five Guys. Now, me and my family, we grew up poor as hell, right? So when we got KFC, it was a treat. That's probably why I like it so much. But parents would get upset. Dad would be like, "You just spent our money on KFC. We don't have money." Blah blah blah. But stuff like that happens. You try to treat your kids to nice stuff every now and then, even though you can cause my mom understood, but she got it anyways. Let's see. but I do enjoy it. I do feel like it's a B. Little Caesars. You're gonna hate me for this, but we're putting it up in the best. Now, people say Little Caesars is bad, but I've heard this a lot around nowadays, and I do agree with the statement where when you don't have a lot of money and you want a warm pizza, Little Caesars is there for you. So, in my personal opinion, Little Caesars is the best. Now we're gonna get to McDonald's. I am not a fan. Me and my buddies, again, this is mainly we just go out to these fat because it's cheap. We're hanging out. We want food in high school, but D tier, we'd always meet up after tests, and eat some McDonald's. I would usually get a chicken sandwich, the spicy one, spicy with a unsweet tea. It was okay, but the rest of their shit is just so mid. So I'd say we're gonna put it in like a D, definitely above Burger King. Yeah, that actually I'd probably move it. Domino's is a little bit worse. Yeah, there we go. Moe's, I love Moe's. I've never had a bad burrito there. They're one of the best. Never had a bad burrito. Always decent food. Can't really go wrong with their items. I mean, it's a little pricey, but if you know what you're doing, the trick people complain about it being pricey. It's because they're picky eaters. They don't get all the veggies and stuff. Like, man, you better pack that with like every single vegetable you can, because then it's worth your money. But other people will just get the rice, the beans, the meat, and like two things, and they'll wonder why their burrito is so expensive. It's because you're not incorporating your options here. You're being close-minded. Panda Express, they got good sesame chicken. Decent. Definitely not as good as Church's chicken. Actually, Church's chicken is probably better than Carl's Jr. I don't know why that's there. Boom. There we go. Yeah, it seems actually Panda Express is a little bit better than Carl's. Yeah, this seems good so far. Papa John's, overrated, overpriced, not the best. Better than Domino's though. So oh please. Oh, there we go. So there we go. That seems X. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Pizza Hut. Now, back in like middle elementary schoolish, they would give out these little Pizza Hut coupons where you could get your personal Pizza Hut thing, right? Your little personal pizza from Pizza Hut for the kids. I like those. And you would get them, and then for dinner, your family would go there, and you'd have the little like buffet there, and you would get your pizza, and then you'd get a bunch of veggies or whatever, and have a salad. It was pretty good. I'd probably put it at better than In-N-Out. This seems actually better than Carl's. Yeah, yeah, that seems fair. Um, hmm. What else? Not Papa John's, Popeyes. Popeyes, love, one of the best. Uh, actually, yeah, let me just readjust this real quick. Moe's is definitely my number one. Then, then Chick-fil-A, then Little Caesars, then Popeyes, and Firehouse. Yeah, I mean Popeyes is just a decent food, man. You can't really go wrong with Popeyes. Quiznos, the only thing I know really about the Quiznos are the little monkeys that like to dance around. Other than that, I just know their food's like mid, so high F. Because otherwise I would never have it. I just know the monkeys and the monkeys piss me off. Sonic, horrible. Almost as bad as Long John Silver's. Yeah, that seems fair. Not a fan. Their food is just shit. Now we have Steak and Shake. Actually, we have one of these in the college I'm at right now. Pretty good. I like their you get their single and then you go all the way with fries and it's like $6, I think. Yeah, with a drink. With a drink it's like eight. It's like $9. So it's pretty good. I like Steak and Shake. I'd put it uh yeah, I like a high B. It's not the best. It's really ass. But when you're hungry and it's like 1 a.m., which they close at 1 a.m. So when it's like 12 and you're hungry as shit and everything else is closed, you go to Steak and Shake. It's pretty good. Subway, I mean, man, that was like a treat, you know? Like my mom would call me out of class in elementary school and bring Subway. So I do like it, but it's just like no one goes there because it's just kind of mid. But I'm a fan. So because it's like a sentimental thing, but it's just kind of mid food, I'm going to put it in C. Churches is still better. Subway, I'm a fan. I like their sandwiches. Just wish they had more people. Taco Bell, we're putting this immediately in the best. Number one best. I feel like we don't have to explain here. When you're hungry and it's 2 a.m., who do you call? Taco Bell. When you're hungry and you just want some cheap, like, meat and bean slop, you call Taco Bell and you get your $2 50 billion burritos. It's so good. I love Taco Bell. It's a staple now. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. You can't go wrong. Waffle House. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's a good, but it's not the best. It's similar to Taco Bell, but I prefer Taco Bell over Waffle House because I mean, Waffle House. I only really like their hash browns and their eggs. Everything else is like okay. I would usually get their hash browns with chili, and then eggs, and then you'd eat that, and then that's like a whole meal right there. I like it more than Steak and Shake. Do I like it more than Bojangles? I actually do. I do like Waffle House a little bit more than Bojangles. So definitely a high B. Wawa, mid. Boom. It's just gas station food. It's mid. Wendy's. My sister fucking loves Wendy's. I think it's okay. Um, I would probably put Wendy's above Wawa, but not better than Pizza Hut. White Castle, decent. I mean, their burgers are just kind of there, you know. I mean, I've never been to a White Castle. I've only had the frozen burgers from like I on one of my buddies. I keep talking about my buddies. One of my buddies, we grew up, and he would have the frozen burgers, and when we like play, I mean, we used to take turns playing either Skyrim on his console. We'd be at his house. We'd take turns playing Skyrim, or instead of doing our homework, we would be playing Lego Marvel, which is awesome because he already beat the game. So we would just go around in the free mode with our custom characters and just like kick the shit out of each other for hours. It was so fun. But yeah. Oh, but I'd probably put it, eh, yeah, about like there. Please, there we go. Yeah, right there. Wingstop. They're good. They're good. They're not the best. They're not best. They're not best. I would probably put them here. I'd put them there. Waffle House is a bit better just because of price. Wingstop is okay, but it's too expensive. So Waffle House is better. And Zaxby's, I've only been to a Zaxby's 3 times in my life. 2 times it was okay. The other time it was when I was actually coming back. I had Zaxby's when I was coming back home because of my leg from college, and we waited 20 minutes for 2 chicken sandwiches, which it's not the main people fault. It was just the cooks, I think. Because the manager comes out and gives us our food and starts yelling at the cooks in the window, and we're like, "Oh shit!" But yeah, Zaxby's, it's okay. I'd probably put it like, yeah, I'd put it there. Yeah, there we go. That's my food tier list, folks. I hope you liked it, and hopefully I'll have some more videos out for you soon. Thank you for the video recommendation, random follower, which I definitely won't mention at all, I promise. And I mean, actually, we'll see. If you ask it in the comments when if you watch this video, I'll at you or something, just so like I give you a little shout out. Because I mean, why not? It's not like I'm making money off of this, and I'll do it for my fans. I like my fans. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed doing this tier list for you guys real quick while I still had some free time. And as always, I've been 07 Adam. Peace.